Good day and welcome back to another Dbz Dokkan video. In this video we're going to be taking a look at the Namekians category and how well the Namekians category does in the Syn Shenron event. So basically, kinda just wanted to discuss a little bit about how the team does in a longer form event. Obviously with, physical Piccolo's easy A, the strength of Power Awakening Piccolo, the strength of Majunia. I do think that longer form events do suit the team quite a lot. And personally, I would slot Nail into the team, but I couldn't find a friend physical Piccolo as a lead. So we ended up having to make some adjustments and kind of go with more Gifted Warriors Namekians build. But ultimately, at the end of the day, I do think currently longer events do suit the Namekians category a little bit more than potentially shorter events. And a lot of the reason is, basically, essentially because as units and as a team, I think for the most part, a lot of them need a little bit of time to kind of build up, basically, and yeah, it's honestly a pretty solid situation. So obviously in this build we have two Int Piccolo Juniors. I think that's okay. They're quite high volume damage dealers. They obviously need a little, I want to say a little bit of luck to be super high volume damage dealers, but I don't think they are in any way, shape or form units that'll let you down. Obviously it's quite a tough event for them. Taking on the physical Syn Shenron in the final phase is quite a intensive challenge. Obviously it can be, pretty tough for any Int character, but I think they tend to hold their own enough that honestly they do a good enough job for it to not be a big issue, at least from my perspective. I think they hold their own to the point where we don't feel them holding back the team, and if they pop off they can still do considerable damage because of the fact that they have that attacks effective against all types. Now, one of the big presiding strengths of this team is the multiple giant forms. And not only the multiple giant forms, but the multiple effective giant forms. So, for example, Tech Piccolo. He's got a great giant form, does very consistent damage. It's an active skill, so we can choose when to utilize it. And one of the big effective positions of giant forms in the Syn Shenron or in the Shadow Dragons event is that they allow you to skip the AoE. So they essentially allow you to remove or placate a lot of the AoE damage effects of facing this unit. So it's something that's quite good from a tactical point of view. It's something that's quite good from a kind of control tactics point of view, allowing you to essentially have some semblance of pretty strong control within the spectrum of the fight, because there's very few methods to limit the amount of AoE damage that you take from the AoE attacks, but in this situation we actually can limit it quite a bit. Now obviously we still have units that can take considerable damage from a super attack, and this doesn't really change too much throughout the fight, especially depending on the pacing you're going. And if you've got two physical Piccolos, Physical Piccolo is a great unit, but he does still need to stack to a certain extent. He's not, and by any means a super tank immediately out the gate. He is still relatively tanky, but the more time you can give him to stack, the better it is. But overall, I would say the team functions really well to a certain point. I think, you need a little bit of luck with where supers lie, but they can definitely take on this event. They can definitely 100% conquer and complete the Syn Shenron Shadow Dragon event. You just need a little bit of luck where the super attacks are going to kind of fly at you. You do have weak items obviously that can help. I think a big benefit and a big strength of the team are the active skills, are the giant forms, are a lot of these things that the team gives you, and a lot of that strength comes from Tech Piccolo and it comes from the Int Piccolo Jr. Both of them are quite important pieces to this team. The physical Piccolo is also quite important, but I wouldn't say as important. However, if you have two of them, it is very good. The ability to foresee super attacks is still one of the most powerful abilities in the game, if not still the most powerful ability in the game. And so it is definitely something to, be usable for the team. Not only that, but there's also some significant healing that he's able to provide to the team. So yeah, I would say overall it is a very good kind of foundation for the team to run off of. And yeah, I'm very, very happy with how they did. I think overall for me, there was nothing. Their performance in this event was definitely more noticeable and more consistent than in the shorter form events, where they had some time to stack, they had some time to build up, and I think the Namekians team has units that can thrive in that position. There are definitely ways to improve the team, 100%, but I think at the end of the day, the team ran well enough that I was quite impressed with them throughout. And honestly, I think for these kind of events, they in the ballpark of being a very strong team. I think for future, they do still need, one or two EZAs. They need some good units to come in. But I think overall, they have the good kind of established foundation to beat these kind of events. And I think if you've got Int Piccolo Jr., you've got Tech Power Awakening Piccolo, and you've got Physical Piccolo, you always kind of have a chance in any event that's not super short form or starts out too strong. Because once they have some time to build up, then they are 100% an incredibly strong team. So yeah, very, very happy. Very impressed with the team. And overall, just a very good performance. But that's basically going to be it for me. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like and bye.